All right, hello everybody. All right, I wanted to make another video to share some menu planning, food prep tips for you. There should be more on the topic as we go through the challenge, and I'll share resources, but just something to help you get started and really start on the right foot. So first things first, empty your fridge, empty your pantry. I want you to really go through and consider if what you have is going to work for your goals. And if your family really needs it. A lot of times we try to justify, like I do it all the time, with certain snacks that my kiddos love, like, oh, it's for them. Let's be honest with ourselves. Do they need to be eating X, Y, and Z, or would we all feel better if we didn't have that in our diet? Now, totally up to you. Now, you can choose to maybe wean it out, maybe finish up that box of whatever. And then, for your kids, you can stop now, but maybe let your kids enjoy the rest of the box or whatever, and then stop buying it, or maybe look for a little bit healthier option. Or you can choose to donate it or maybe toss. That's up to you. Now from there, I like to make a menu. If I can, go through maybe leftover veggies or fruit, any kind of perishable things, and even maybe meats in the freezer that might be nearing, they've been in there too long, and then make a grocery list. I make my grocery list. I sit down and make it based off of my meal plan. Now, when you do your meal plan, a couple tips that I'm going to recommend is just sit down with your calendar. So I want you to sit down and look, okay, like, it's great to have a meal plan, and I provide them for you, but maybe if you follow the meal plan as is, and it puts a dinner in that meal plan, that's not going to work for your schedule. You have baseball that night, you have cheer practice that night, like that's just not going to work. So you do want to sit down in your calendar, and I have a calendar that is shows the whole month, and then it is hourly as well. So I sit down with my calendar, and I know Tuesdays are a rough day. We have gymnastics. We have, in the morning, my one daughter has kinder music in the morning, and then the other one has gymnastics in the afternoon. And then we have preschool pickup and drop off. So it tends to be a busier day. Wednesdays are also busy. Sometimes I have a mom's meeting in the morning, and then the afternoon we have our life group for church. I need something easy for both of those days every week. Now there's other things that will be thrown in there. Like sometimes we're like, okay, Saturday we have a get together. So I don't need to plan a dinner, but maybe I need to plan in like a afternoon snack or something that's healthy before I go to that birthday party or I go to that get together. So those are things that you're going to want to consider. And I typically plan about 5 or 6 meals, because inevitably, we'll go out to eat one day or we'll have leftovers. So we don't really need 7 meals planned. So once I create my menu, I sit down and make my grocery list. I emailed you all like my paper list that I use. It has things that I kind of use regularly. You can create your own. And that also changes over time. Like I realize there's things that we don't buy, and then there's other things that we have started to buy that I need to add, but I like to highlight. It just saves me time. Or during the week, I'll pin that sometimes to our fridge, and I can highlight like, oh yeah, I need to add toilet paper or whatever silly things that I need. And then I shop from there. Sometimes I do grocery pickup to save sanity that week if we have a busy week. And that also helps me stay on track sometimes because I'm not impulse buying in the store. And I can check the sales that they have easier than when I'm shopping with at least one of my children, because there's always somebody with me. Now, and then I can also budget, like it shows me my total. So I'm at $100 and we want to spend whatever. So let's take some things out of the cart. Maybe I won't be buying, we won't make steak fajitas. Maybe we'll make chicken fajitas so I can, save money that way. And food prep really saves, because if you're planning your meals and you're shopping from that menu and you're actually cooking from that menu, you're going to save money. You're going to save waste. Now, if you plan your meals and then don't use them, of course, you're going to waste money. So I do recommend sticking to your menu as possible, pasting it to your fridge, putting it in your planner, whatever works for you. I food prep as soon as I can when I get home. I don't do full food prep, but I do wash all my fruit, and I'll try to portion out some like baby carrots and stuff in the fridge when I first get home. I try to schedule my grocery time around that, or sometimes I'll food prep really quick in the evening, the day of groceries, if that just works better for me. I also sometimes do food prep the night before. So if we have a busy day the following day, I'll prep everything, throw it in the crock pot, put it in the fridge, and then I just have to put the crock pot actually on the next morning. I sometimes food prep in the morning, same thing, like if it's a crock pot meal, sorry. If it's a crock pot meal, or if it, like I use the Instapot sometimes on days that are busy, I just try to find tweaks, because I'm not going to use it as an excuse that I'm busy. I'm going to find a way to make it work for me. And you can just find quick and easy meals. Sorry, oops. Okay. All right, what else? Rotisserie chickens are a great meal prep. If you're busy, sometimes Tuesdays I'm busy. We're always busy because gymnastics, so there's a grocery store right there. So I'll stop and grab rotisserie chicken, have some steamable veggies, and sometimes call that a meal. Keep it really simple when I need to. There's some days like my husband's going to be home, so I like to do a fancier, more involved meal. You just have to figure out what works for you. Overnight oats are my pre-workout almost every single day, all the time. I'm okay repeating meals because it means I'm staying on track, and it just makes things a lot quicker and easier for me. So it's just what works. Okay, I'm not going to screen share with you guys. I'm not going to show you. You can go into the group, click on units, and then there is a whole section on menu plan resources that will grow as the challenge goes on. Share anything that you come upon that works for you, for everybody, because that's what we're here for, community. So share your tips and tricks in there. I know some people use apps. I've tried apps, and just like for food prep, I'm not quite there yet. But I know that there are some great menu and meal prep resources there as well. So share them if you have them. You can also go on the Beachbody blog and type in menu planning resources, or just menu planning meal prep, and they'll share them as well. And I've shared tons of links and recipes for meal prep. You can follow those as is, but you do need to take in consideration, the calories that you need. So oh, there was one other thing and I totally lost it. But meal prep, I know, can seem like a lot of work, or that you're taking time out of your day. But I promise you that if you take the time earlier in the week, it's going to save your sanity later. And you don't have to grocery shop on the weekends if that doesn't work for you. My family, sometimes that doesn't work for us. So Monday or Tuesday can be my grocery days. And I just work that into my schedule. So pick a day that works for you, but try to kind of be consistent with that as well. But it will save you time, because I have 3 little ones. We're still always working on what's the best routine for us. And if I wait until 4 o'clock to figure out what we're going to eat for dinner, I'm going to promise you that it's probably not going to be as good of a choice as if I had planned it out earlier in the week and had it all prepped. So, all right, I hope those were some helpful tips for you. If you're struggling at all when it comes to meal prep and eating healthy, reach out. That's what we're here for. You can post in the group, or you can ask your question below, or message me, because we're always here. So, all right, have a great day.